Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Evolve Weekly. In this week's episode, we're going to answer some of the recent questions we've been seeing across all of our social media channels. Okay, I just want to give you the latest stock update for all the Evolve riders over in USA regarding the R2 remote. Evolve USA are expecting the latest batch of R2s to arrive from the week of the 4th of June. So this is really good news. So the best way to keep up to date with all things happening over at Evolve USA is through their newsletter. So to subscribe, see the link below. So we've had a few questions lately from customers with older boards wanting to know if they can buy a new battery for their older board. So the answer is yes, we do have these services available. We don't put the batteries on our websites, but they are all available. And all you have to do is contact your local distributor and get in touch with them and we can sort it out for you. So we've seen a few questions lately regarding this helmet. It's a Ruroc helmet. We do have two of these. It's a black and a silver one, and a lot of our community members also wear them. If you're interested in the Ruroc helmet, go to their website and check it out.
The great thing about our Evolve boards is the level of customization we can do on them. So the wheels, the tires, the hubs, decks, painting, coloring, all these things are great for customizing the boards and making them our own. One thing though you should never change is the electrics. So the batteries, BMSs, motor controls and motors, these are all specific components designed and developed to work in a specific way for our boards. This ensures that when you're riding a board, it works in the way that we intend it to. Changing any of these components, you're not always sure what you're getting. You could be changing the components for the worse and not actually improving the board. This can sometimes get you in a whole bunch of trouble. For this reason and your safety, please do not modify the electrics in the board and ride safe. So we've been getting some questions recently about third-party tyres on our Evolve hubs. As you can see here, they do fit the standard Evolve GT hubs. These ones here are an 8-inch tyre. You do need to use the larger 8-inch tube to suit. Other tyres such as the 9 inches do work as well. Evolve offer the 7-inch all-terrain and off-road tyres. Obviously these are quite fine for most use. For those looking for a little bit higher top speed or ground clearance, the larger tyres are a viable option for you. So a common inquiry we get from our customers is relating to belt tension and what we're referring to when we mention it. Essentially, what we're talking about is the belt between the motor drive gear and the plastic drive gear on the wheel and how much deflection it has when you're looking at it. It is imperative to get this right on the board. If it's too loose, the belt can be slipping, you're going to lose driving and braking ability. If it's too tight, you're going to cause too much tension on the bearing and prevent your board from freewheeling. Adjusting the motor is quite simple. Using the Evolve 3mm Allen key, we want to loosen the 4 bolts holding the motor through the plate. Using 2 fingers and a thumb, pulling the motor up on the motor plate. While checking the tension, you want about 5 to 10 mil of deflection in the belt. Holding it in position, then tighten the 4 bolts back up. Once you're happy with the tension, operate both motors, make sure they're both stopping around the same time. This will be a good indicator that you have your tensions about even. So another common question we get with our boards is why we use double kingpin trucks and how to adjust them. So the double kingpin trucks offer a wider range of adjustability for the end user, giving you a little bit more adjustment, getting the board to operate exactly how you like it. The rear, we generally recommend running probably a little bit tighter than the front. Doesn't need to be excessively tighter. This will help reduce speed wobbles in the rear and keep the board a little bit more controllable. And you can, adjust top and bottom individually, adjusting them bits at a time. So even doing, one rotation on each nut at a time to get different feels for it. Get to a point where you like the feel of it. Adjustment's quite simple using our T-tool. Simply slot it over the kingpin nut and either tighten or loosen to set the board up how you want it.
I like to have my trucks tightened because with snowboarding you have to put more of your weight into the turns. So when I have looser trucks, I just put too much weight into it and then just fall off.
So I tend to set my trucks a little bit looser. Reason why is because I like to have that bit more of a turning circle, throw a bit more harder carves in and out. If I were wanting to bring the carve back in, I kind of use my accelerator to play with that acceleration or braking if I need to be.
Thanks for watching, guys. Remember, if you've got any questions, please put them in the comments below and we'll do our very best to answer them on the next Q&A. Until next time, catch you later.